from Canberra today. In fact, that's the only meeting outside of, oh no, it's not, Canberra and Globe Derby, and the other meetings are in Victoria. But Canberra Harness Racing, $10 for Velvet Whiskey on Cup Day, $6.60 for Nick a Trick, $3.30 Sandcastles, $11 for Double Bow, Day on Star 14, $11 for Kybean Brewing and Tricks Boy, $5 for Night of Nights, Box Thorn Billy, $13, and Sir Chester at $37. Two-year-olds in the first race at Canberra. They race over the distance 1,730 metres for the short trip, and this race is coming up soon. Now, David Steele calling the meeting. Night of Nights in the first from Kybean Brewing in Sandcastles. That's 8, 6 and 3 in race 1 at Canberra. Now, in race 2, number 1, Tricky Snapper from 9, Maple Prince, and 4, Mad About You, 194 in race 2. The third event, Gale Force Guida from Looney Tolliver and Untamed Heart, 9, 2 and 1 in race 3. Now, in the fourth event, number 6, Tippecanoe from 1, Chatter, and 8, Mariah Mon, 6, 1, 8. The fifth event, the three-year-olds go around, 1, Allwoods Ned from 10, Jasso, and Loch Lynn, number 9, 1, 10, 9. The Canberra Cup is sponsored by Carlton. It's race 6 and number 12, The Right Place to Win from 11, Very Tricky, and for third, number 10, Corpahan, 12, 10, 12, 11 and 10 in the Cup race number 6. Now, race 7 at Canberra, the selection for number 7, Life's Reward from 1, Exerant, and number 10, Move on Gold. That's 7, 1 and 10. Accelerant it is, number 5, the second horse. Now, race 8, 4, Bow Trick from 6, Jerry Eagle, number 6 from 4, Bow Trick and 8, Tricks Half, 6, 4, 8 in race number 8. Down the final event, race 9, 3. Sheen Topper from 7, My Distraction, and 1, Turbo Tompkins, 3, 7 and 1 in race 9 at Canberra. Fine and Fast, and they're moving up well for Canberra race 1. Your caller today is David Steele.
Thanks, Matthew. All set now for the first at Canberra. They're set and they're racing. And on the inside, one very slowly away was Velvet Whiskey, and probably interfered with Tricks Boy there, so it didn't do it any favours. On the other hand, Sandcastle's one of the best to get going. Day on Star's got away quickly to second. Now, Nick a Trick's lying third early on. David Hewitt into a good spot. And Night of Nights has got through the field into the 1-1 early on. There's one caught wide, Boxthorn Billy. Behind it is Velvet Whiskey, the one who made an error at the start. Then further back, Tricks Boy. Here's Sir Chester. Early in the race, he's taking off, and the two out the back are the well-backed Kybean Brewing, and the one going past it is Double Bow. So there's a bit of territory between first and last now as they get to the top corner at the 1,100 metre mark. First quarter in 30.7, and Day on Star was the leader, but going very quickly on the course, Sir Chester about to take over now as they get to the top of the straight. 9.50 to run now, and a new leader. Sir Chester in the 2-year-old brings them to the top of the lane. A leader by 4 metres to Day on Star. Now third locked up on the inside, Sandcastle. She's in a bad spot now. Night of Nights creeping closer on the outside, tracked up by Tricks Boy. Nick a Trick lost her place on the inside. Getting going again now is Velvet Whiskey. Then further back to Double Bow, who's third last over Boxthorn Billy. And last of all, Kybean Brewing. They're on their way home now. They've had the bell. Second quarter 32. So this leader, Sir Chester, did a bit of work mid-race, but he's leading now by a couple of metres. Up on his outside is Day on Star second. Getting into a real good spot, Night of Nights. He's about to let go for young Wilmot. Then Sandcastles, who's close enough on the inside, but hemmed up in traffic. Further back to Tricks Boy over Nick a Trick. Very wide on the track now, making some ground. Double Bow from Boxthorn Billy, and Kybean Brewing looks to have a hopeless task. They're about to leave the back straight now. 32.7 that quarter, and a beaten horse is Sir Chester, where Day on Star went to the front, but Night of Nights looks a bit of a danger. Here's Tricks Boy running on well, 4 deep on the corner, and getting through Nick a Trick. She's not far away behind them, Sandcastles. I don't think she can win, but around the corner, and heading up, and Day on Star, a narrow leader. Coming back again is Sir Chester, wide out Night of Nights and Nick a Trick, and the other one, Tricks Boy. They're all over the place, where Day on Star in the centre might have reached the lead, but out wide. Tricks Boy, in fact, has got up to beat probably Night of Night second. Third, I'm not sure, Sandcastles or Day on Star. A heap of them over the line. Sir Chester kicked back after being headed. Kybean Brewing made up some ground over Day on Star. Further back then, last of all, was Boxthorn Billy.
Number 7, Tricks Boy, $9.10 and $2.70 from Night of Nights. Number 8, $1.90, and it's a photo finish for third. There's a few of them there too, so we'll sort that out later on. But 7, 8 and a photo, race 1 at Canberra. Seymour, the third race there, coming up in a few minutes. Ariadont at 31 for third, and that goes to Sandcastles, number 3, at $1 for the place. 783 on the first event at the Canberra Harness Meeting. We'll be dealing in Super Tab dividends for Canberra today. It's race number 6, sponsored by Carlton, over 2,540 metres. Standing start race. But let's go to Canberra for race 2, and here's David.
Yes, thanks, Matthew. They're at the start, as you say, and a very short one we've got here in the form of Tricky Snapper. I guess the form is good enough to suggest that he'll justify this quote. A winner at Bankstown 2 starts back, betting a quality field, and then the 4th in a size stakes company wasn't too bad an effort either. And provided Bruce Harpley, I guess, can hold the pole here, punters may be on the right tram as far as the chances of Tricky Snapper. Roger Neighbour, the chief steward, is on the track here. I'm not quite sure why he is. He's just going to the infield at this point, having a word to the driver, in fact, of Mad About You, David Wilkins. An interesting runner too, a filly by Classic Gary that raced well in Sire Stake Company down in Victoria for Noel Shin. And, well, we've got no idea really what Roger Neighbour has said to David Wilkins. Perhaps the filly is blown in the betting ring. I'm only speculating, of course. But Roger Neighbour keen to have a word there to young David Wilkins. And he's clearing the track now, and I can only expect that we're going to move up and start very shortly. Yeah, the Canberra Cup, as you say, Matthew, we're pretty excited about it. 14 runners from the stand, and by golly, it looks a competitive race with probably 7 or 8 genuine winning chances. We spoke to Glenn Frost yesterday on our show down here, and he was very confident about the chances of very tricky. But you can throw in, as you've mentioned, horses in the calibre of Stormbro and the right place. There's many with a chance in the Canberra Cup. Kybean Striker, I guess, the class runner of the field, his last start in the Chariots of Fire. So all in all, it's a race that we're looking forward to with great anticipation at 3:20. Incidentally, there is a late scratching I can pass on for race 9 today in the shape of Metric Max. Now here we go. Roger Neighbour just advising me the number 4 Mad About You will be a late scratching. So number 4 Mad About You, in fact, will be a late scratching here prior to race 2. Roger Neighbour with me now. Jumping Shadows, apparently. So that's the story, race 2. Roger Neighbour advising me that Mad About You is Jumping Shadows on the track, so wise not to take any chances, and it will not take its place in race 2, Mad About You. Yeah. Okay, so bookmakers have been asked to rule a line here with a late scratching of number 4, Mad About You, taken out by stewards. Jumping Shadows, the reason for the withdrawal, and I expect that we'll move up fairly soon. We're running late now, which is a pity on a crowded day, but looking forward here to race 2 with Tricky Snapper, the public elect, trained by Keith Pike, of course. And Keith Pike had a real good horse going back, I guess 10 or 15 years ago, didn't he? Just Too Good. That won a heat of the Inter-Dominion. And Keith Pike's on the suspended list at the moment. He was suspended after his drive around about 10 days ago at Harold Park. And Bruce Harpley, who hails from the Junee area, taking the drive today on all of Keith Pike's horses. Thankfully, we've got the mobile in position now. So we're just about set here for the field to be called up with Tricky Snapper at $1.30 on the tote. The only one the punters really want. Number 9, Maple Prince, resuming from a short let-up for Damien Baxter at 5.10 on Super Tab, and they're really the only two under the double figure quote. So here they go. They're moving up now here for race 2 on Canberra Cup Day with that late scratching of number 4, Mad About You, reducing the field to only 8 now. Tricky Snapper, the TAB favourite, drawn the inside. Tonnell off the second line with Loza. We've got Ricky Lee, a first starter. And they're pretty close to a jump now. Here we go, race 2. They're set in the back straight. Racing, there's the blue line. Let's have a look at the favourite. He's begun pretty well, and they say he's going to hold the lead easily. Through goes Bruce Hartley on Tricky Snapper. He'll hold out Blue Healers. So the first battle's been won. Barra Natalie to third. Then Saltwater Prey. Gary Hemman's got the horse well positioned. Further back, Ricky Lee, the first starter, away safely. Maple Prince has got through the field safely to about 6th on the outside. Loza going badly. He's dropped out to last, and getting past it is Tonnell. Sorting themselves out now. They're in the straight with more than 2 to run. And Tricky Tricky Snapper shows the way. Barra Natalie has dropped to the rubber peg second. Blue Healers has done the same. She's third. Then Ricky Lee fourth as they really do string out. Now the first to race without cover, Saltwater Prey. Who's moving up on the outside of Ricky Lee? Onto his back will go Maple Prince as they get to the judge. 2 to run. Third last is Loza going through on the inside now of Maple Prince. And last of all is Tornell. Well, the lead time left behind in 39.6 and doing it okay, the favourite. Tricky Snapper leads by 4 metres to Barra Natalie. Third, Blue Healers on the inside, about to be put in a pocket as Saltwater Prey gradually grinds up to third outside the lead. Getting onto his back, Maple Prince coming to the race nicely at the lap and a quarter mark. Further back on the inside, Ricky Lee, and the last pair are Tonnell and also Loza. First quarter, a real jog, 33.9 at the kilometre mark, and Tricky Snapper doing it okay. Leads by 4 or 5 metres to one on his back is Barra Natalie, locked up now.
Sapphire Circuit out wide away well with Kingston Style and also Kapang, and Medicine Wave showing early speed, and not that far away Princely Image, and now driving for on the inside of Majestic Orbit. Elocution 2.5 away, followed by Gathering Force, now losing ground, dropping out to about fifth last in turn, beaten for speed, passed in turn by Just My Card by the 900. Well back on the inside is Soda Native, and 2.5 away Blushing Smile, and last on the inside is Chief Sitting Bull. Majestic Orbit cleared the field by the 800 and led by 2.5 to Kingston Style. A length and a half away third is Princely Image. Elocution the inside ridden along fourth, followed by Madison Wave, Just My Card. A break of 2 lengths to Gathering Forth, who's well back around the turn, followed by Soda Native Kapang, then Sapphire Circuit, Chief Sitting Bull, and 3 away last is Blushing Smile. Majestic Orbit around the turn at the 450 will straighten up almost 2 in front of Kingston Style. Princely Image pulls to the outside. Elocution ridden along now, making ground. So too Soda Native from well back in the straight. Majestic Orbit. Soda Native has got the run, so to Elocution nearer the inside, and then Princely Image, and now Gathering Force is starting to join in quickly at the 150 across the track. Elocution, Princely Image, Soda Native tackled by Gathering Force. Gathering Force ranged up on the outside, grabbed the lead over the final stages, and a big effort this by Gathering Force. Gathering Force is won by 3/4 to Princely Image. Third, Soda Native, close up Elective, and also on the outside there was Chief Sitting Bull. Elocution was close up. Just in behind them came Just My Card, followed by Kapang, then Majestic Orbit, Kingston Style, Blushing Smile. Well back was Madison Wave, and last in was Sapphire Circuit.
Number 2, Gathering Force, $2.50 and $1.40. Princely Image, $2, and Soda Native at $5.50. You'll find the placings 2, 6, 14 on the 4th at Seymour. Stephen Vella, the rider on board that horse, only having its second start. Gathering Force, bred in New Zealand, jumping from barrier 8, and has been too good, winning the 4th event at Seymour. And they're the familiar Jim Mason colours. So there's a winner for Jim Mason. He's got a few at Sandown today too. Now they've got 1 lap to go at Canberra as we pick up the replay of race number 2.
Second quarter, 32.3, so the first half pretty slow. Tricky Snapper takes him to the back now on their way home. Saltwater Prey has worked in the run. He's 3 metres away the outside of Barra Natalie. 1-1 Maple Prince could be the danger of the favourite. Further back, Blue Healers. He's locked away on the inside of Tonnell. Then Ricky Lee as they sprint up in front, second last over Loza. Halfway down the back straight now, and Tricky Snapper, Hartley looks confident. Leads 2 or 3 metres to Saltwater Prey, who's immediately under pressure. Barra Natalie on a loose rein, the leader's back. Here's Maple Prince, hooked out 3 wide to run on. Further back, Blue Healers. Tonnell making a bit of a run and dropped off Ricky Lee. 29.5 up the back though, and it's all Tricky Snapper. Out by 6 metres to Barra Natalie, holding on to second. Maple Prince gets the third out wide, but he's no chance of catching the winner, you'd think. And then Tonnell dropping out Saltwater Prey, but in the straight, and he revs up Tricky Snapper, and away goes the favourite. It's all over. He's 10, maybe 12 metres in front, and Tricky Snapper does it easily. Scores by 12 metres to Barra Natalie second. Maple Prince third, then Tonnell. Blue Healers coming in at intervals here. Saltwater Prey. Second last, Ricky Lee.
That was the replay of race 2 at Canberra. $1.40 and $1 for Tricky Snapper number 1. Racing well. Barra Natalie $3.70. Maple Prince at $1.40. $1.29 on race 2 at Canberra. More harness racing coming up soon from Yarra Glen, race 2 in 4 minutes. Crib at 12. Springfield Guest 8.20. 15 for Cybertron. 4.
Haze over there at this time of the year in Melbourne, particularly at Sandown here. Particularly in that left-hand corner where they start these 1,000-metre races. Now Ramadan's gone up. Moving into join it is Siniso Dancer. favourite on the total.
Tamed Heart at $9.80, Looney Tolliver $4.20, White Blossom $14, $7.70 Bibby again, $4.20 Stylish Cloud, $12 for Brett's Wonder, $11 Major Money, and Gale Force Guider at $4.50. Now that's the tip. Gale Force Guider to beat Looney Tolliver and Untamed Heart, 9-2-1 for race 3 at Canberra. And the late scratching in race 9 is number 8 Metric Max. Race 9, number 8. We've had a few late ones today. There's another one. Metric Max out of the last at Canberra. Moving in at Warwick, $11, $3.70 Looney Tolliver, $9.30 for Bibby again, $4 Stylish Cloud, Brett's Wonder and Major Money are both at $15, and the one that's been pretty well tried, Gale Force Guider or Guida at $3.40. That's the market for the third race at Canberra, the Super Tab market, with the New South Wales market alongside it, and they'll be moving up soon. Seymour race 5 in 6 minutes, and again this race a lot of first starters, and here's David now at Canberra.
Thanks, Matthew. They're being called up now for a start in race 3. Pretty open on the tote. The Super Tab favourite now is 9, Gale Force Guider, ahead of Looney Tolliver and also Stylish Cloud, who hasn't started since August 95. Now they come up for race 3. Coming up for race 3, pretty good line. Major Money, Gale Force Guider from the second line. They're set, top of the straight. In the racing, and on the inside, Untamed Heart got away quickly. Looney Tolliver slowly but safely away. Wider out, White Blossom's begun in a hurry. Well away, Bibby again, driving through Gale Force Guider. He's got past 3 of them already, including Stylish Cloud. The other one on the inside is Brett's Wonder, and last is Major Money. Into the back straight they go now, and taking over White Blossom. Heads off Untamed Heart, who's second. Looney Tolliver is off the inside now. David Hewitt surging forward to face the breeze. This will give Gale Force Guider some cover. Back on the inside now, making some ground is Major Money, as Bibby again going forward in a hurry out 3 wide. Back to second last, Stylish Cloud at the lap and a half mark, and last of all is Brett's Wonder. Sorting themselves out, a lead time of 8.2, and showing the way it is White Blossom, 33.4 the section. Second, Untamed Heart with a good run behind the lead. Now we're driving through to third, still on the inside though is Major Money. Looney Tolliver in the breeze, and out very wide, Bibby again is 3 wide and posted for the trip. Gale Force Guiders at a fair run, midfield the outside. Racing solo, 1 off second last, Stylish Cloud as they run in for the bell, and last of all is Brett's Wonder. This is the order then, the bell ringing in their ears, and down the straight, White Blossom the leader. Now Looney Tolliver off the inside is second, facing the breeze. Third, Untamed Heart, the leader's backed. Bibby again's had a terribly hard run out 3 wide in the centre, Gale Force Guider. Third last, Major Money over Brett's Wonder in the centre, and Stylish Cloud comes out 3 wide from the tail to make a run. 33-1 the second section as they head to the back, 750 out. White Blossom's had a fair run. Looney Tolliver's racing up to get within 1.5 metres. Here's the Under a Cloud horse, Stylish Cloud letting go with a big run. Gale Force Guider trying to go with it, 3 out. They've dropped off the others, Untamed Heart and Major Money, leaving the back straight though. And third section, 29.4, and Gale Force Guider and Stylish Cloud have come away to dispute the issue. Looney Tolliver labouring third at the moment. Then White Blossom, and a waste of time going back any further, but Gale Force Guider, yeah, he's shaken off the challenge as they round the corner. Gets 5 metres to Stylish Cloud. Looney Tolliver is only battling them. White Blossom, trouble further back in the field, mate, running on Major Money, but Gale Force Guider's got it shot to bits, and Peter Lowe keeping this bloke going. Gale Force Guider's going to streak them. Gets to the line, second, Stylish Cloud, holding on from Major Money, third, then White Blossom. Brett's Wonder never in the race from Bibby again. Looney Tolliver found some trouble. Likewise, Untamed Heart last of all. Big win to Gale Force Guider. Number 9, Peter Lowe, taking off when Stylish Cloud made its run from the tail. And it went with Stylish Cloud. They quickly raced to the lead together, leaving the back straight. But Stylish Cloud seemed to run out of condition pretty much at that point, and he's come away, Gale Force Guider, the 3-year-old, to record a pretty good win. Gale Force Guider winning it. Stylish Cloud will hang on for second, you'll find. And getting up for third, it'll be Major Money. But an easy one to Gale Force Guider. That's the third win today from 19 starts. And formerly with Kenny Smith at Young, bred by KJ Smith. But today doing a good job for Peter Lowe. 9, 5 and 7 in the frame now, official. Gale Force Guider beating Stylish Cloud, who's bound to be improved by the run.
Okay, and 7 for third, so 9.57 at Canberra. Seymour, race number 5. $12 for Berwyn Lady. They're at the gates. Milady Lou, $6.
Class 3 handicap. Late scratching and number 1 Eye of the Storm at 10.45 on Vet's advice. Also scratch numbers 2, 14 and 15.
Still no result of that photo. We'll chase that up as soon as it comes to hand, but we could have another dead heat on our hands by the sounds of things. Very, very tight there. Moving up well at Canberra for the 4th race. Here's David.
Thanks a lot, Matthew. They're moving in here with Tipper Canoe, a very short price favourite, drawn out in 5. Chatter is main danger, has the 1 as they get close to the start. Nice line 2. There's the light, they're racing now. And Tipper Canoe out wide is going to go forward at the start. So is Chatter on the inside, though. And at the moment, Chatter is holding them out. There's a line of 3 or 4. Pemcore Boy easing out of the speed battle. And now Tipper Canoe really puts the pedal down and he heads the leader off. So Tipper Canoe to the first corner. Heads off Chatter now, who lies second behind the lead. Pemcore Boy third without cover. Christopher Dale 3 back the inside. Terrific Pete at the moment. He's 1-1 on his inside, making some ground video whiz. Then Mariah Mon. She's in the running line, third last. Dancing Chipper inside, and ease back to last after a wide early trip is Spring Lodge Boy. So Tipper Canoe, the favourite, found the front fairly cheaply and races past the judge now with 2 to run, 39 and 2 the lead time, and Tipper Canoe doing it comfortably. Chatter has the good sit on his back. Now Pemcore Boy caught without cover, third on the outside of Christopher Dale. Terrific Pete 1-1, but a fair way from the lead outside of Video Whiz. Then Mariah Mon third last over Dancing Chip, hemmed away, and last of all and pulling is Spring Lodge Boy. This is the order then, a lap and a half out, and I don't anticipate much change here where Tipper Canoe is dictating the pace and running the race to suit himself. Chatter is second, third is Christopher Dale, and without cover Pemcore Boy. In the 1-1 is Terrific Pete over Video Whiz, then Mariah Mon, well held together third last. He's got Dancing Chip in a pocket, and last of all is Spring Lodge Boy. 33.4 for Tipper Canoe as he gets to the 1,000 and past that point now, and he does it well, the favourite. Tipper Canoe shows the way. By 4 metres to Chatter on his back, Pemcore Boy. This far from home, he's on a loose rein. Christopher Dale is 3 back the inside there of Terrific Pete. Video Whiz is next over Mariah Mon, who's been patiently driven. And the last pair are Dancing Chip and Spring Lodge Boy. Second section, 32.7, so it's been a real good run indeed for the leader. Tipper Canoe takes him to the back straight now, Federal Highway side of the track. Driver has a look around. He's 4.5 metres in front of Pemcore Boy, who's run his race. Chatter's under a good hole behind the leader. Here's Terrific Pete out of the 1-1, sprinting up to make some ground. Christopher Dale hemmed away. Mariah Mon coming into the race on the back of Terrific Pete, and well back Dancing Chip and also Spring Lodge Boy, but leaving the back straight now. Third quarter about to come up, 30.1, and Tipper Canoe doing it easily over Chatter. The only danger, you'd say, Mariah Mon making ground out wide, gets to third over Christopher Dale, and behind them Video Whiz, but before the corner, and Tipper Canoe in front. He'll have to be stoked up as Chatter comes off the inside to get within 2.5 metres. Third at the moment, Christopher Dale, and running on Video Whiz, Tipper Canoe. I'll tell you what, he's no good thing as Chatter gets to within 1.5 metres. Tipper Canoe holding on, Chatter having a dive at him. Tipper Canoe, though, he's all class, and he holds Chatter at bay. Won it easily in the end. 2.5 metres to Chatter. Dancing Chip got up for third over Christopher Dale. Spring Lodge Boy, Mariah Mon, Terrific Pete, Video Whiz, and last home Pemcore Boy.
Tipper Canoe, number 6, $1.60 for the win, but $1.80 for the place. Chatter, number 1, $1 for the place, and there's a couple there for third. 6-1 and a photo. Now at Warwick, Nabil, the judges called for a third print. It's that tight there between 6 Raffin Eyes and number 14 Silent Twig that he has still yet to post the placing. 6 and 14 are the two involved, and it's as close to a dead heat as you can possibly get. If there is a margin, it'll only be a nose or a short half head. Now, Seymour, race number 6. They're at the gates. 10 here for Ahanton, $10 for Wild Eye. Ben Densar at $5.20. 6.40 Forecourt, 7.40 Naked Drums. Regal Noah at $10. Paul Saunders, the rider for Trade Prince here, number 4. Then 17 Super Warrior, 12 Kiamdra, 14 for Carla's Choice, and 10 for Scamadro. 1,600 metres, the distance of race number 6 at Seymour, and they are moving into line. Globe Derby totes on the 30 for Allwoods Nez, 12 for Seahawk Raider, 19 Lawmar Vic and Donny Rama, 11 Pinnacle Lass, 13 Flash Irish, Pacific Charger 11, 660 Lachlan and 10 for Jasso. Allwoods Nez is the tip from David to beat Jasso and Lachlan, 110.9 for race 5 at Canberra. Now, they're almost ready at Warwick. Sandown on the 5th race, and Fancy Bird, number 3, 13, 10 and 340. Greg Childs riding for Rob McGuinness. King Joey, $2. Colburn at $3.60, $38.80. Quinella Exacta, $102.50, and the trifecta, $749.80. King Joey will be improved by the run, and he should be getting close to a win. But Fancy Bird was first past the post, so he gets the money. Race 5 at Sandown. Now, Canberra, race number 5, the 3-year-old pace. Race 5 is this upcoming race, and then race 6 is the Cup, so it's not too far away. Allward's Ness is shortened up to $170, $6.90 Lachlan, and Jasso at $8.20. Race number 5. The nation's capital is the centre for the Canberra Cup today. Seymour, race 7, number 2, Hello Bing. Stephen Knoll is the jockey, and it's Rod's Late Mail. Race 7, number 2. The market, Song Tay 450, 470, Hello Bing, Springtime Boy 770, Vital Prince 570, The Swooper 560, 13 Colores Boy, 45 Lord Ruler, and Con at $18, then 22 Vain Check, 21 Case Closed, and Uroli at 56. Dictate is not going around. Tips are 412, Vital Prince, the tip for race 7 at Seaboard. Now, Canberra race 5, our caller this time is Tony Campbell. Here he is.
Now the mobile in motion. Seahawk Raider, Allward's Nest, Denarban Variety, Lormar Vic, Donny Rama. 2 laps to go when they reach the winning post. Seahawk Raider drawn down towards the inside. Allward's Nest, Lormar Vic. Now they go down to the back of the track. Now the arms fold back and they're racing. Now Allward's Nest on the inside got away fairly well, and Seahawk Raider is prominent, followed then by going up towards the lead was Denarban Variety. Denarban Variety on the outside is taken on again now by Allward's Nest on the inside, who goes to the lead. Seahawk Raider, Denarban Variety is up on the outside. In behind those on the inside was Flash Irish, followed then by Lachlan. Lormar Vic is racing on the outside next as they race down towards the turn. On its inside there was Pacific Charger, but around the turn on the first occasion. 2 laps to go when they reached the winning post, and the leader was Allward's Nest. In second place up on the outside was Denarban Variety without cover. Flash Irish is third on the inside, followed by Seahawk Raider. Back behind those as they make the turn out of the straight was Pacific Charger, and Lachlan is next up on the outside, followed further back as they race up the side of the track. There was Donny Rama, and Jaso is getting well back in the field as they race towards the back. They've got about a lap and 3/4 to go, and the leader Allward's Nest is doing it well. Flash Irish is running second, followed on the inside, and with locked away there on the inside we had Pacific Charger as they raced down the back, and further back behind those in the field was Seahawk Raider, followed further back then Donny Rama. Lachlan is getting back towards the centre of the field. Lormar Vic as well back, followed by Jaso second last, and as they leave the back and commence the run down the side next was Pinnacle Lass. As they race up towards the turn, they'll get the bell at the judge this time, and Allward's Nest is doing it nicely indeed. Allward's Nest swings for home nicely clear. In second place, Flash Irish, followed further back behind those. Moving around the outside of the field and running on fairly well was Denarban Variety. As they race down to get the bell now, Allward's Nest is the leader, Denarban Variety on the outside. Flash Irish is third, followed then by Seahawk Raider. And down towards the inside with nowhere to go, there was Pacific Charger. And back behind those in the field was Lachlan. Up on its outside there was Donny Rama. And back behind those, Lormar Vic and Jaso's on the outside. And back towards the tail of the field as they race out of the straight was Pinnacle Lass. Down the back they race, and Allward's Nest is still doing it well. Allward's Nest is the leader. Moving up on the outside and running on fairly well was Denarban Variety. Denarban Variety is running second, followed by Flash Irish. In behind those on the inside, or making up a bit of ground around the outside now, it was Seahawk Raider, but they've still got to get to this leader, Allward's Nest, as they leave the back and race down the side. Denarban Variety is running second, followed by Flash Irish. Lachlan is coming around the field with a pretty big run, and Seattle Raider between those, but it's Allward's Nest well clear as they race up towards the turn. Allward's Nest out very wide, running on fairly well now. Seahawk Raider's putting in a bit of a run. It's Allward's Nest in front with about 100 metres or so to go. Seahawk Raider trying hard, and Lachlan is coming very quickly down the outside. It's Lachlan on the outside going to the line. Oh, it's a great go. Lachlan maybe just over Seahawk Raider. Allward's Nest on the inside, followed then by Flash Irish. Now getting home very well, very late on the scene there was Pacific Charger, and pulling up very quickly behind those was Jaso, followed by Denarban Variety, and one of the last across the line in race 5 was Pinnacle Lass.
Gee, we've had some photos today. There's another one at Canberra Race 5. The next there being the Canberra Cup, the Carlton Canberra Cup. There are no scratchings. The tip is for the right place, number 12, starting off 10 metres in the Cup. That's the Canberra Cup coming up later on. They're moving in well at Seymour for race number 7. Only one to go in and they'll be ready to jump. So here's Brian.
Tote favourite, one Songte 420.
Yarra Glen, we got someone on the old dog and bone. There you are. Here he is. Paul Langham. G'day, Paul.
Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
That's good.